There we go. Can you hear me okay? All right, just another minute. It's 7 o'clock here in Portugal time, so I feel like starting at 7:07 is perfect. And if others come, then they can join us a little bit later. So just as a brief recap, this is a meditation / healing spell to heal the slavery wound. I think that the slavery wound is something that is deeply embedded with all of us, because all of us have had moments in our lives when we have felt trapped or stuck, or like we were under someone's thumb and we couldn't get out. And I think for a lot of us, that wound, it comes from lifetimes past. It could have been as early as, the transatlantic slave trade, or it could be even earlier. But this meditation is designed to work through each chakra, so that each chakra will be cleansed and purified of any toxicity relating to slavery, and to re-empower and reinvigorate anyone who does it, in order to cleanse their bloodlines and to bring freedom to their bloodlines through freedom for themselves. And as we get started, I want everyone to take a minute or two and just think to themselves about what their history is with the transatlantic slave trade. It might be you were literally enslaved. For me, I remember having a past life where I was kidnapped. It's a very in and out, because I don't think it's beneficial for me to remember like everything that happened, but I do know that that was one of my lifetimes. For others, maybe it's not them directly, but it could be a distant ancestor. And for others, they may have been one of the perpetuators of it. They may have been one of the people that, were catching and trying to sell people, or the ones doing the enslaving. And the guidance I received is that, generally speaking, this meditation and the whole issue around slavery needs to be healed on all sides for it to permanently be over, or else these cycles of imprisonment are going to continue on in a collective manner continually until everyone kind of figures out that it's not okay. So this spell and this meditation will give everyone on either side of it the opportunity to cleanse their bloodlines. If they were a perpetrator, this is kind of a little bit of a redemption moment. If they are on the other side of it and they're victimized by it, this will give them that empowerment and that return to just wholeness that they have forgotten, or may have forgotten, throughout the entirety of, the transatlantic slave trade and all of the atrocities that were committed. Because ultimately that is what these types of extreme, torturous events and traumas are designed to do. Is it's designed to convince you that you're not free, not just at the physical level, but at the mental and spiritual level as well. And that is the issue that continues on through generations, long after the body has died. So this is what we're going to break here. And after we do the meditation, I am going to go into a group spell. We will use the very sand of Lagos, Portugal, the place where the very first slaves were lost, and reintegrate those souls back into their homelands, and set the world and set us and sets the ancestors free in that way. All right, so let's get started. So we'll go into our meditation, and the guidance I received from my elders, my ancestors, is that we'll go through many meditations in each chakra. And in each chakra, we will have a call and response as well as a visualization that will help you get to the core root of any issues that you're still holding within your system with regards to the transatlantic slave trade. So go ahead and get comfortable. I want you to sit quietly in your chair, or if it's easier for you, go ahead and lay down. If you're sitting in a chair, make sure that, if possible, both feet are touching the floor. But if that's not possible, or if it's uncomfortable, just go with whatever's most comfortable. But if possible, in a chair with your feet on the floor. Now let's take 3 deep breaths together. Continue breathing now, just deep, relaxed breathing. And as you continue to breathe, I want you to sink deeper into relaxation. Feel your jaw slacken, your muscles melt. Every cell of your body relax. Now I want you to imagine each atom in your body emitting the energy of complete peace. If this has a particular color for you, such as red or gold, then see that color now. And see this color being emitted from your atoms and being infused into your bones, your muscles, your eyes, your nose, your throat, and all the way down your body, your stomach, legs, and feet. Continue to visualize this beautiful color that you've chosen emitting from your atoms, and continue to relax. Now become aware of your Earth Star chakra. If you don't know where your Earth Star chakra is, it's located a couple of feet below your actual feet. Mother Earth herself begins to emit a beautiful silver energy that rises up and connects to your soul star chakra. Feel the beautiful energy of Mother Earth, her silvery essence of love and care. Connect to that center just below your feet. And as it connects to your Earth Star chakra, feel your entire being start to ground. Start to feel more centered and stable and relaxed. Feel her energy pulse into your Earth Star chakra, and slowly that silvery energy begins to rise into your feet, through your legs and thighs, into your pelvis, your abdomen, into your chest, into your neck and shoulders, and finally to your head. Feel the silvery energy strengthen your connection to her, her lands, all animal life, and her very essence. As her frequency aligns more completely with yours, feel your energy be magnified and strengthened. Feel your energy start to open and become even more present and receptive to the healing that we're about to do in all its forms. We'll take 3 more deep breaths together. Now I want you to repeat the following invocation, either quietly to yourself or out loud, whatever you prefer. But feel the words and their frequencies infuse into your entire being. I connect to the Great Mother. I feel her nurturing energy always in my body. I connect to her lands. I am always one with her divine essence. So mote it be. Now I want you to turn your attention to your root chakra. Imagine that within your root chakra is a little red seed, bright and full of life. That little red seed sitting at the base of your spine, in eager anticipation. Imagine your pelvic bowl as the lands of Mother Gaia herself, fertile, rich soil, solid and stable. Now I want you to imagine Gaia sending red healing energy into the seed that sits at the base of your root chakra. As you do so, the red seed grows and begins to sprout. Red light roots expand throughout your entire pelvic area, through your legs, and into your Earth Star chakra. A great red trunk flows from the root of your spine up through your entire core, heart, and out through your crown as a beautiful red tree of light. It begins to grow taller and taller, becoming one with your body. Its branches extend out and cover the entirety of your auric field. Continue to feel this red tree grow down into Gaia and up towards the heavens, as you feel a deep sense of safety and tranquility inside you. I'll give you a few minutes to just breathe in the beautiful energy of this red into your root chakra and out through your entire body. Now, the red roots of this tree begin emitting a beautiful white light that purifies your entire root chakra. This light removes all trauma and blockages from your root chakra. Feel your root chakra continue to expand and stabilize like the roots of the tree. Feel a sense of safety, connection, and your earthly bond through your body to Earth's body. And as you envision your root chakra filled with a white light, repeat after me the following invocation, either quietly or in your own mind. I am safe. I am free. My body belongs only to me. I am no one's object, chattel, or property. I am the stardust. I am the light. Every atom of this world is me. I am God. I am soul. I infuse my entire essence with this truth and know that I am whole. Take a few more deep breaths here as you feel into the safety of this tree and the power of these words. Know that you are home, that you are safe. Feel at home within yourself and know that that can never be taken away. So let it be. Now I want you to focus your intention on your sacral chakra, continuing to feel that sense of safety and groundedness. Imagine that within your sacral chakra is a sparkling stream. Sparkling white liquid light washes through your entire sacral chakra. As this liquid light moves through your being, let it cleanse and purify. Imagine each droplet of water that flows through you, latching on to any stagnant energy or blockages in your sacral chakra. And as the liquid light of the divine stream flows through your being, it takes these blockages with it, and it floats away down the bends. With each inhale, a new rush of liquid light comes into your sacral. And with each exhale, it flows out of your back, taking any toxicity, negative energies, or anything that does not serve your highest good with it. Feel your sacral center begin to light up, strengthen, and embolden with a beautiful orange light. Breathe in, breathe out, and allow the cleansing to continue. Now I want you to envision your elders in front of you, your ancient elders. We all have them. See them now, standing in front of you. Look into their eyes and connect to them. If there's anything that you've ever wanted to tell or to ask your elders, do so now. Even if it's just, I love you. Feel the warmth and the love flow from your elders as you look at them and communicate whatever it is that you need to say or whatever it is that you're feeling. Your elders surround you and give you a hug and tell you how much they love you and how proud they are of you. You see the sacred stream that was flowing through your sacral chakra expand. You and your elders are now wading together in the sacred stream, holding hands and smiling at each other. As you continue to look into their eyes, as they continue to surround you, the sacred stream strengthens your connection, and any disconnect or any toxicity is now washed away. Your connection with your elders is now strengthened and secure. If they've ever been taken from you in a past life, they never will again. Breathe into the energy of togetherness as you and your elders continue to look into each other's eyes and hold each other by the stream. Now I want you to see in front of you your ancestral family. It could be your ancestor. It could be the family or the original mother that was ripped away from you when your ancestors were taken. See them now, standing in front of you. Walk up to them and give them a hug. Look into their eyes as they look into yours. If there's anything that you want to tell them, or any questions that you have, speak to them now. I'll give you a few moments to do that. Hear the reply to you now. Whatever it is that you need to hear from them, be it an answer or just a simple I love you, let them speak to you now. If you can't hear anything with words, hear it with your heart. I want you to imagine now these beautiful waters that flow through your sacral chakra expanding again as you and your ancestral family stand together in the holy spring. Any trauma that has ever separated you is healed now and carried away with a beautiful liquid light. Any feelings of disconnection is removed and replaced with the strength and the beauty of the soul connection that you've always had, in its purity and its iridescence. Stand together with your ancestral family now in harmony. We are reunited with them. They're always with you in your heart. They will never leave you. You are whole. Now, I want you to imagine anyone, whether in this lifetime or in a past lifetime, that you've ever felt chained by or enslaved to. The first person that comes to your mind is the right one. For some of you, it might be the original slave owner that captured you or enslaved you. For others, it might be someone from this lifetime. Maybe a narcissistic ex, a toxic boss. Anyone that comes up is the right one now. Look them in the eye. See the highest version of them that you can. And tell them whatever you want to say now. Whatever you've never had the chance to say. Tell them now. Whatever feelings come up to you or for you are the right ones. And let the stream gently move away any pain or anger that comes up inside you as quickly as it arises within. I'll give you a few more moments to say any final words that you want to say to this person. Now this person apologizes to you. You hear them say that they're sorry, that they were wrong. Feel the full weight of the energy of their apology sink in. And whatever emotions come up for you, let them come and be carried away by the stream. Now imagine that the stream expands again and completely engulfs you and this difficult person. And as the stream expands, all toxicity, all feelings of bondage, all negative memories that may come up for you are instantly cleansed and purified as the stream carries away all residual elements of what was once this toxic bond, and feel that toxicity leave. Feel it leave your sacral chakra and feel it leave your auric field. A sense of lightness returns. A sense of empowerment returns. Feel that power course through you now. This difficult person, now that your karmic connection is broken, climbs out of the stream, takes one final bow of respect to you, and begins to walk away. With each step, you feel your strength returning. You feel your power and your dignity return. This person gets smaller and smaller, until they are just a speck in the distance. They are gone now. They will never return. They can never hurt you again. You stand now free from this toxicity, empowered and strong, remembering that no one can ever take your freedom from you. Now repeat the following invocation after me, either in your mind or aloud. I am free. I am divinity. I am the only one that controls my reality. From this day forth and in all moments, I live only by my will and the will of the Divine Spirit. So mote it be. Carry the sense of freedom and power with you as you focus on your solar plexus chakra, located right above your belly button. I want you to imagine now a bright yellow-orange flame in the middle of your stomach, in your solar plexus chakra. It is smoldering and bright like the sun. It does not burn you, but it does burn negativity, and only negativity. I want you to think now of any insecurities that you've had or that you've ever been told about your physical appearance. It could be insecurities about your weight. It could be the color of your skin or your skin tone. It could be any insecurities relating to your hair or hair texture, the size of your nose, or any bodily insecurities at all that you may have. Imagine each of these insecurities as little dark clouds in your solar plexus chakra. Now imagine that this beautiful flame inside your solar plexus grows ever brighter. It grows until it is brighter and bigger than the size of the city in which you live. And as it grows, these little dark clouds are completely incinerated by its brilliant light. As these dark clouds are blown away by the blinding purity of this flame within your solar plexus, I want you to imagine now these insecurities that you may have been carrying since childhood around your physical appearance to flood out of your system. Release them now and forever, and replace them with the beautiful lights of confidence and love that shines within your core now. I now want you to imagine any insecurities, or to think of any insecurities that you've ever had about your personality or your mind. It may be that you've been told that you're too quiet, or that you're too loud, too introverted, too anxious. If you have any mental or emotional disorders, you can also think of those. You may have been told that you're lazy or unintelligent. Whatever insecurities come up for you is what's needed for this healing. See these insecurities as clouds, dark clouds in your solar plexus chakra. And see that flame within your belly grow even brighter, the size of Mother Earth herself, obliterating and obscuring these dark clouds in a beautiful yellow-orange light. See these insecurities now leave your body and float away back to source. As your body is fueled and powered and strengthened by this beautiful yellow light shining within your solar plexus. Finally, I want you to imagine any insecurities that you've had with regards to spirituality. It could be that you're not worthy of love, or you're not worthy of the love of Source. That can be a common insecurity. That maybe you'll never be free of the pain that you've been carrying. Imagine any final insecurities now, floating up for your awareness as little dark clouds. And one more time, you feel the light and brightness of your solar plexus expand across the entire galaxy. The beautiful yellow ray destroys these little dark clouds as they are sent back to Source for transmutation. You stand now, filled with confidence, joy, and passion. The light within your core continues to fuel you with power, with strength, the strength of your ancestors, the strength of royalty. And now repeat this invocation after me. I am enough. I am worthy. I can do it. I got this. So let it be. Moving up to the heart now, I want you to imagine the bud of a beautiful flower right in the center of your chest and your heart chakra. A tiny little bud that is yet to bloom. I want you now to put your hands on your heart over that tiny little bud and imagine a healing pink light of unconditional love flowing from your hands into your heart chakra. As this pink energy continues to flow, the bud that's inside your heart slowly begins to bloom. One petal, and then the next, until it opens into the most magnificent celestial flower in all of this galaxy. Continue to feed pink energy from your hands into this beautiful flower in your heart as it expands and covers your entire chest area. As you continue to feed this pink energy into your heart, I want you to speak positive words of affirmation to yourself. I am love. I am truth. I am amazing. I am abundant. I show myself only compassion. I am growing deeper into love with every day. I'll give you a few more moments. If you want to come up with your own affirmations, speak them to yourself now. As the pink energy continues to flow. I'll say the following affirmation with me. I release all shame. I show myself only compassion. I release punishing myself. I feed myself only loving vibrations. All right. So let it be. Moving up to the throat now. Imagine that you are looking up at a bright blue sky. You see puffy clouds floating by in the distance. You hear the wind whirling and gusting towards you. Feel this wind now on your skin as it begins to flow into your throat chakra. Feel a sense of freedom, a sense of lightness. And a sense of power move through your body as the wind begins to move all debris gently out of your throat chakra. As you look up again at the clouds, you watch them change shape and transform into the shape of a being. This being goes by many names, but you know him well. He goes by Emma and the Dogon tradition. Any name that you call him is what he is, but we will refer to him now as the God of the sky. He bows to you from the clouds. If you'll allow him, he'll instantly clear any remaining blockages in your throat chakra. I'll give you a moment to decide if you want to consent. If not, it's totally fine. And if he has your permission, he takes one mighty inhale, and with a great exhale, blows a gust of wind into your throat chakra. With this blast, all negative energies that are remaining in your throat catapult out like dust off of an old treasure chest. Take a deep breath now and feel the clarity and strength in your throat. Feel your freedom of self-expression, the freedom of your will. Repeat the following invocation after me. I am expressive. I am creative. What I have to say matters. I speak my truth powerfully, and I never hold back. So let it be. You send up a prayer of thanks to the mighty Sky God and turn your attention now to your third eye chakra. Imagine that within your third eye is the entire galaxy. See the stars, the planets, the meteors, and the constellations. See it all in your mind's eye. Float now through the universe of your mind. There is no sound. There is only light. As you continue to float through the galaxy of your mind, you see ahead of you an extremely bright star. It's brighter than the others and emits the most beautiful healing frequency of light and unconditional love. On the surface of the star, as you grow ever closer, you see a beautiful woman. Her shining face and radiant gown glisten in the celestial light. She is the mother of the stars. She is you. She reaches out her hand to you, and you take hold of it as you grow closer to the star and meet her face to face. If you'll let her and allow her, she will help you to purge your third eye and your entire mental body of any old programs, any old outdated conditioning, any lies that you or your ancestors may have picked up to have you believing that you're anything other than divine. I'll give you a moment to decide if you want to give this consent. And if you do, the great mother of the stars places her other hand on your third eye and emits a tremendous blast of blinding white light. This light covers your third eye, and in an instant, all illusions, all lies about you, your heritage, the world, any distortions that have been clouding your inner vision are eliminated. As this light continues to fill your third eye, it moves into your entire headspace. And you can feel the rewiring of the neurons of your brain in whatever way is needed for you now. Feel this white light continue to fill your head like a beautiful halo, as all old, outdated programs are removed and placed and replaced with the truth and love of the one infinite intelligence of Source. You are now a clear and pure vessel of divinity. You see the world clearly as it is, as a cosmic dance of energy. You see people as they truly are, as beings of love, playing in a game of duality. Pause now and feel a feeling of pure divine grace wash over you. And repeat the following invocation. I am grace. I am peace. I see all as it truly is. I see only love. So mote it be. Finally, turn your attention to your crown, which is located at the top of your head. Imagine a golden crown upon your head. The types that is given to kings and queens. This golden crown belongs to you, for you are a king and you are a queen. This golden crown is your original birthright. Look up to the heavens. See the clouds part. And see your ancestors and elders cheering for you. They bow to you in awe of your greatness. They celebrate your strength at having overcome such cruelty with a lightness in spirit and maintaining an open heart. Rise up now and join your ancestors in the heavens. Enter the golden gates with the crown firmly planted on your head. Hold your ancestors now and dance with them in the golden light. If you want to get up and dance, you can do that, but if not, just imagine yourself dancing with your ancestors around the golden fire. Hear the drums beat and the horns play as you continue to dance. Kick off your shoes, twirl, spin, and laugh as you move around the circle, holding hands with your ancestors, united finally in unconditional love. If there are any other aspects of this beautiful homecoming party that you'd like to have, food, drinks, anything, I'll give you a moment now to just enjoy your homecoming party with your ancestors and your elders, continuing to bask and remember the bliss of the love that you are. And now, as the music dies down and the food runs out, hug your ancestors and your elders again. One final time, they express their pride and gratitude to you for your tremendous contribution to your entire lineage. Imagine now that each of your ancestors turns into a beautiful jewel. Rubies, emeralds, diamonds, and sapphires. And these jewels plant themselves firmly into the golden crown sitting at the top of your head. You are the crown, and your ancestors are the jewels, and they are always with you. Admire your crown one last time and feel the presence of your ancestors. And repeat the following invocation. I am divine. I am always connected to the light of spirit within me. I feel my ancestors always and receive their wisdom instantly. So mote it be. Take 3 more deep breaths with me now. And float gently out of the clouds and back to earth. Ground back down into Mother Gaia through your roots and soul star chakra and the roots that you've planted. And ground that beautiful heavenly energy that you felt into your earthly reality. Your ancestors are here with you now, connected and ready to serve as your guides in any way that you would want them to. They have never left you and they never will. You always have access to them in this moment and in all moments. And so it is. Now open your eyes and pat yourself on the back for completing the beautiful meditation that we've done together. And I'll give you a few moments to just connect back into yourselves, into your body. If you experienced anything in the meditation that you want to share, feel free. Or you can just enjoy the good vibes. I do have a spell that I'm going to do as well. But I'm going to give everyone just a couple of minutes to just have a moment, because I know that the meditation was a lot. In a couple minutes here, we'll start the final piece of this ritual, which is to return the souls of those that were lost on these lands and in the transatlantic slave trade as a whole home. All right. Whenever you're ready, we'll move on to the next portion. And I'll tell you a little bit about the spell itself before we jump right into it. So, one second. Sitting on my little mic. All right. So I have taken the liberty of creating Africa. I have made it. I've been traveling, so I had to improvise a little bit here. I have made the picture of Africa out of Play-Doh. I think I did a pretty good job, and I've utilized every color that I possibly could, which I think is fitting because Africa, it has so much diversity within it. I just think it's so great. So what we're gonna do here is I have, this white that represents purity, and then Africa itself and all its diversity and all of its beautiful abundance and resources. I really believe that Africa is kind of like the foundation of this planet. And I think when travesties such as the transatlantic slave trade happen, what it does is it disrupts not only the individuals and not only Africa itself, but the entire planet. Like the entire foundation of the planet just gets shaken in a negative way. So by returning the souls that were lost to these lands, what we're going to do is not only are we going to heal and restabilize the souls that were lost and help to heal and restabilize Africa in itself, we will be bringing a sense of stabilization to this planet, which I think is very much needed since this planet seems to continually be out of control. I have gone to the beach here in Lagos, Portugal, which is the original place where the transatlantic slave trade started. And I have taken the liberty of collecting some sand. So on 8/8/1444, which is crazy numerology, like 88 is Lion's Gate, so 881444, 250 some odd slaves were brought onto these shores that I'm on right now. So what I've done is I have collected some sand. I have 2 cups of sand, and in each of these cups is millions of grains of sand. And if I remember correctly, I think is it like 40 million that we know of? Like, estimated people have been lost or kidnapped in the transatlantic slave trade. Each grain of sand represents a person or a soul that was stolen, had their lives disrupted by this chaos. And it's important that I collected the sands from these beaches because this is where the energies of imprisonments, of, bondage, all that stuff, this is where it started. So by collecting this sand, purifying it through the power of our intentions and returning it into the lands of Africa. So we're gonna pour the sand into this. We'll be symbolically sending out the opposite energy of freedom, of unity, of love out from these shores, and it'll again spread across the Atlantic. So instead of like toxicity and racism and all that stuff spreading, we're going to be spreading out the opposite from these shores. And by returning the souls to the lands, we will be restabilizing Africa and the world at large in a healing frequency of love. So that's what's going to be happening. But the spell itself is pretty simple. I want you to, let's go ahead and get started. I want you to imagine Let me adjust myself a little bit. Okay. I want you to imagine now that each grain of sand is full of individual grains of light. I have 2 cups here. So envision it now in your mind. See this light. See the individual souls and the personalities of those that were kidnapped at the age of 10, 15, 19, 20. They carried across the Atlantic. Those that didn't make the voyage and had to be tossed overboard. Those that did make the voyage and had to work the rest of their life in bondage. See these people now. See their families. And now, with intention, as I put the sand into this shape of Africa, I want you to repeat the following affirmation, and I'll be repeating it continually out loud as well, so you don't have to worry about remembering it. And let me try to adjust. Yeah, let me just do it like this. So I'm going to take each grain of sand, and together we'll say, all those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homeland are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homeland are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homeland are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homeland are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homeland are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homeland are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. Just a few more handfuls. All those that were stolen from their homeland are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homeland are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homeland are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. All those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. And you can envision now that I'm filling in the sand into the white space that each of these individual souls is celebrating now. So you can just see a big party of each of these souls celebrating all those that were stolen from their homelands are now escorted home by the divine hand of God. Now let me just put in the final bits of sand. There we go. I was guided to use some of the sand that already was a little wet, and I think it's good because it packs a lot nicer than sand that's completely dry, and it has that ocean water element. Because so much of the narrative around the transatlantic slave trade happened over water. It was just critical that some elements of the water element be present here in the sand itself. All right. Okay, we did that thing. Not quite done yet, but I will show you here what it looks like now that we've filled it in. My bad. All right, so now all that's left to do is to do a final invocation and to light our candles. So I have 3 candles here. I'm gonna put one on the west, one on the south, and one on the east. Again, the transatlantic slave trade sounds, it very much made a triangle. So, you know, I've chosen 3 candles because I wanted it to have a triangle energy, like the energy of the triangle was very important as well. And also because, you know, from what I know and my research over the years, of course, the Western aspect was really the hub of it, but there was also quite a bit of slavery going on in the South and in the East, and technically in the North as well. But for the most part, you know, the big kahuna is the South, or the West, followed by the South and the East. So I wanted to pay homage to all those across the entire continent. So let me go ahead and set my candles here, one by one in the sand. We'll do our invocations together, and then I will light them up, and that will complete our ceremony. All right, so I have invocation that I've written down. And it's getting a bit dark as well, but that's okay. I think you can see them there. So now the final invocation of the night. Repeat after me. And as we talk, as we do the invocations, I will be doing like different hand movements, because we'll be doing different invocations to the gods of the land and the gods of the seas. So I will kind of be moving along with that. All right. So we turn to the gods of the sea and ask them to imbue us with their power. We turn to the gods of the lands and ask for grounding and healing. We turn to the gods of the skies and ask for freedom. We turn to the gods of the light and ask them to ignite the fire within our souls and within the lands of Africa. We smolder within with passion for those that were lost in the transatlantic slave trade. We ask that each grain of sand that represents a soul return home to their motherland now. By the winds of the divine, carry them home. By the strength of the gods of the sea, wash them ashore, not to the Americas or to Europe, but to Africa's holy lands. Let them return home now. We are one with the gods of the universe and ask them to assist us now. We are one with the earth and her children. We return all those lost to their homelands and reconnect them and us back to our African heritage. We break the chains of bondage and deliver these chains back to the lords of illusion. We heal all wounds, shame. We heal all wounds and all shame created by the transatlantic slave trade and all slave systems on this planet, past and present. We stand in truth, united as one. We stand now in peace, present and clear. We hear the elders' wisdom forever in our inner ears. We carry our homeland within our own souls. We know now that we were never lost. We only briefly forgot. We stand with our ancestors in divine perfection, healed. We ground firmly into the present moment and with eager anticipation, look to the bright future yet revealed. And now I want you to put your hand out and imagine from your hands a divine healing energy flowing into the lands, into the candles, into the people. Merge with them, as them, and let us all be purified together. Just imagine healing energy continuing to flow to Africa. Alrighty, let me just do a final charge with both my hands because I just prefer to do that. So I'm going to set the plate down. I'm feeling more words coming that I didn't write down, so I'm going to do them now. But continue to have your hand out and continue to imagine the land of Africa covered in a beautiful white light of healing. Our ancestors are here with us now, helping us to pure and cleanse these lands. May the energies of peace flow from the south to the north, from the east to the west. May it flow from the lands to the seas and from the ocean to all shores of this world. May the triangle of death created by the transatlantic slave trade now be purified into the triangle of light, and may all those that were lost, all those that were kidnapped, find justice and healing. May they reconnect to their elders, their ancestors. May they know themselves as whole. May any wounds that are within the collective around this issue be healed. May any energy matrices that hold up the toxic system of slavery in all its forms be incinerated and destroyed in the light of divine love. Now imagine your ancestors all around you as you continue to emit that healing energy of white light. They put out their hands as well and magnify your own energy as even more healing energy flows into these lands. One more deep breath. And it is done. All right, let's light up these puppies. I also have just a little oil that I've made. We don't need to do any more invocations of these, but I'm just going to dab these on the candle to magnify the strength of our intentions, and on the sands as well. All right. And now with my handy dandy lighter, I'll hold it up so you can see as they're lit. We light one for our ancestors in the west, one for the ancestors in the south, and one for the ancestors in the east. All right, and now let me set this down, and I will show you the fruits of all of our labor. And let me hit the light as well, it's getting a bit dark. Here we go.